to the MFP report for June 7th, 2017. We'll be talking about a lot of different things today, and for that matter, a lot of other things will start as well. Okay, I'm trying to set things up here, but I can go ahead and just keep talking. What happens then? You know, things are starting to happen, and of course, I want to start out with one thing here, and that is the fact of the matter that I'm gonna do this right quick. You know, in terms of happening with the Houston Astros still winning. Well, they lost just recently, and the fact of the matter is, you know, that is, I figured that was going to happen, but they can survive one loss. One loss. The fact of the matter is by one loss. So, let's see what important thing happened today. Let's see, bookmarks. Of course, I'm not going to start with the most important thing, but let's take a look at anything kind of with the Pelicans right now. That's happening with the Pelicans right now in terms of them building their team around the two guys and the brow. Let's see, they're just the coaching staff, okay, to get another coach. That's not really important. Nothing really important there. Of New Orleans Pelicans. Let me see here. Okay, next media. I don't want to do that. I'll take a look at that later. Circa.com. Let's see. Here are, according to Circa.com, here are the 7 biggest. I need to drink some water. I know it's unprofessional. I'm not really a professional master. You know, it's one of those things. You do get the hiccups sometimes. Buttons on my broadcasting, so okay, so let's see here. Where was I? Isn't under investigation, number one. Of course he's not. The media wish he was under investigation, but he wasn't. That's the bottom line on that. He wasn't. Maybe some of his People were, but he wasn't. Okay, it's gone. So they weren't. He wasn't under investigation. Trump and Comey had 9 private conversations. Here's the deal, they don't understand when the governor, when the president invites you for a conversation, okay, you're going to go to that conversation, wherever that conversation is, you're going to go there. That's, if you respect the office, you're going to go there. And I really wish some more people would be in this chat room, but obviously, I can't help, but I'm still going to do my broadcast. So, number 3 on this list, Trump asked Comey to drop the Flynn investigation. He said that Michael Flynn was a good guy. I'm not so sure that Flynn was a good guy or not, but again, him to drop the investigation. Okay. Number 4, Trump did not ask Comey to drop the Russia investigation. Comey insists Trump never asked him to drop the broader investigation into Russia or possible links to his campaign. Again, the idiots in the media, the people with less than, shall we say, well, ethical standards, I don't know, this, but it's an important factoid that Comey said. Trump denied wrongdoing. Of course, Trump denies wrongdoing. Wrong. Trump told Comey, "I expect loyalty." Of course, he's the president of the United States. He should expect loyalty, and not a guy seeking political things. Trump asked Comey about satellite associates. Trump wanted to know if any satellite associates had done anything wrong in the Russia matter. And that's a legitimate question. It really is a legitimate question. Those are the top 7 questions. Let me see. Top 7 biggest questions. Okay, that's from Circa. Okay, now next on my list is, let's see what we got here. Circa from Politico. Let's see what we got on Politico. James Trump asked him to lift the cloud of the Russia probe. That's not what Trump asked. That's not what Trump asked. Melania Trump sets to make her D.C. move next week. White House lawyers face a Clinton-era legal trap in Russia probe. Let's see what that says. The Trump White House appears to be responding to an impulse to push the so-called scandal matters to outside lawyers from AP. White House lawyers face a Clinton-era legal trap in Russia probe. In Whitewater, communications with government attorneys were subject to review by special counsel, something Trump may avoid now by relying on his own lawyer. President Donald Trump's decision to rely on outside lawyers as he confronts multiple Russia probes may help him avoid a trap that befell President Bill Clinton during the during the investigation of the 1990s, being forced to hand over notes or provide testimony about meeting with in the White House. A pair of legal showdowns between Whitewater Special Prosecutor Ken Starr's office and the Clinton White House 2 decades ago erased the idea that presidents and their aides are protected by attorney-client privilege when talking with the government lawyers. Stop. Stop. It had that had to be erased because Clinton was stonewalling on this type of stuff. Continuing government law. That means effectively for Robin Mueller, who's overseeing the investigation in the context between Trump associates and Russian officials in 2016, would likely be able to get access to the notes or testimony regarding communications among Trump, his aides, and White House lawyers such as Don McGahn. However, communications directly with Mark Kasowitz, Trump's personal attorney, who's been tapped to lead the group of lawyers representing the administration in the Mueller probe, and congressional investigation would be easier to shield. Stop. That is a very smart move by Donald J. Trump. Continuing. Jane Sherburne, a veteran of legal fights from Clinton's White House, said, it appears that Trump's team is upping its chances of successfully arguing Mueller can't touch White House conversations about how to handle the Russia investigations. As long as Kasowitz is involved, the story. They may have concluded their case is stronger if their communications are contained or managed by presidents and not by the White House, end quote, Sherburne said. In 1997, the St. Louis-based 8th Circuit Court of Appeals rejected the White House's bid to withhold notes Sherburne and others took related to Starr's questioning of the First Lady Hillary Clinton and the suicide of White House lawyer Vincent Foster. Stop. There's always been questions on whether or not that was actually a suicide. And for that fact, I'm so sure now. At that time, I was a very young man, probably not not uh, uh, following it all that close. All right. I've read things and I've saw things on the internet, and maybe some of them are true, maybe some of them are not, but maybe it wouldn't be the first time that somebody's murdered that by the Democrats that had incriminating evidence against somebody in the Democratic Party. The White House asked the Supreme Court to take up issue. The D.C. Circuit ruled that any privilege must yield to criminal investigation. Stop. Again, privilege, privilege, so on and so forth. That's about everything that we need to know out of this article. And so I'm going to kind of move on. I can. Bookmarks. Let's see. Let's see what's the next. Mother Jones. Let's see if there's any crazy crap on Mother Jones today. Get rid of that. I wonder what happened to Mother Jones. Next. HuffPo. What we got on HuffPo? Comey unloads on Trump. That's not exactly what happened. Kushner's becoming more well-known and more disliked. That's a lie. Read the most dramatic, unnerving parts of Comey's stuff. Again, there's nothing there. There's nothing there that we already don't know. Sessions is just the latest member of Trump's team to earn the president's anger. Trump suggests Iran brought deadly terrorist attacks upon itself. It wouldn't surprise me. It would not at all surprise me. That's how those people think. It really is. Next up is let's see what's next up. Search by contributor. Oh, there's not, probably not much on Claremont. I'll get out of here after it finishes. I don't want anything in particular off Claremont, so I'll just kind of bookmarks. The hayride. See what we got going on the hayride today. Scalise, I won't allow coastal restoration money to be raided. Video, Canadian professor Jordan Peterson on the importance of killing postmodernism. That sounds interesting. I might have to take a look at that and study that. Bills in the prison reform package are heading to the governor's desk. It's time to talk about the Long family and the Louisiana School for Science and the Arts. I have to take a look at some of this stuff. This is Louisiana stuff. All right. Bookmarks. Next up is Baton Rouge Business Report. Anything? The businesses of summer are looking inside seasonal businesses, riding the wave, season green, hot and ready, cool by design. Nothing really there. So what's next? Bookmarks. There's a surprise winner in the Saudi Qatar blow up that I skipped one. Bookmarks. Chad E. Rogers. Let's see what we got. House leaders offer plan spending $50 million less than Senate. $150 million. Let's see what that is. I mean, $150 million spending is not a good thing, but it's not as bad as it could be. Let's see. Senate has rejected the budget proposal from House leaders. Responding to the House plan, Senate leaders asked the lower chamber to reinstate all the proposed spending reductions to higher education, corrections, and more. Senator Regina Barrow, a Democrat, of course, called the House proposal a no-go, expressing concerns about reduction in the Department of Health and the Department of Children's and Family Services. John Alario, don't get me started on John Alario. He is not a Republican. He is a Democrat. Mm-hmm. We'll just have to see how this turns out. Let's see what we got here. Get rid of that. Bookmarks. Next up is okay. Red statement. 19. Yeah, skip it. I've already went there. When a reports 10 things to know about the Christopher Wray. Let's see what that is. Let's see if I know these things already. He served as Assistant General John Ashcroft under President Bush. He was unanimously confirmed by the Senate. As Assistant Attorney General, Wray was in charge of the DOJ Criminal Division. He worked with James Comey at the Justice Department. He was in charge of the DOJ in the Interim Task Force. Wray currently serves as a partner at the Washington, D.C. and Atlanta-based law firm King and Spalding. At his firm, Wray leads the special matters of government. Wray was New Jersey Governor Chris Christie's attorney during Bridgegate. According to his firm bio, Wray was ranked as one of the top white-collar crime and government investigators. He is a graduate of Yale Law School. Okay, let's see here. All right. Next up is bookmarks. Conservative Tribune. Dems want Hillary Clinton to step out of the spotlight. Of course they do. Of course they do. She's lost 2 elections. She's lost. Every time she's on the ballot, she loses. And the fact of the matter is she's a loser. And her time is coming on. Really, Bernie Sanders' time is coming on. But the problem with her stepping away from the spotlight is the bench. If President Trump, after his first term, would step away, we still have, a number of people, from Ted Cruz, Rand Paul, and all those people. We still have a ton of people on the Republican bench that can come in and run if he so chooses to step away from the spotlight. But the Democrats have nobody. I mean, they'd have to maybe reach down to some unknown mayor at some, I mean, there's a Hispanic fellow, Antonio, that they've all been talking about for years and years and years. Maybe he's on top of the list. Who knows? But they're in trouble. They're in definite trouble for their list. Let's see, conservative base. What anything there? In New Jersey, nope, nothing there. After more people are exposed to this, classified in the emails to Clinton charity, 25-year-old name, NSA leak exposed. Nothing there. Okay. Bookmarks. And that, before I end this show, you can find me on Twitter at Race Cry. You can find me on Facebook at the MFP Report, or at Mike Pasqua, or at Mike John Pasqua. You could find me on the Instagram at Michael J. Pasqua, and so on and so on. You can find my blogs at whatimscreaming.wordpress.com. You could find my other blog at MFPS Thoughts at wordpress.com. And this has been the MFP Report on YouTube for June 7, 2010.